Breaking 90 is a whole lot easier than you're making it.
Oh!
You can hit a lot of bad shots, make a lot of mistakes, and still break 90. And you can do it successfully just by following these two guidelines. First, play smart shots. And second, when you hit a bad shot, don't make it worse. Get out of trouble and move on. Even though I pulled my tee shot well left on this first hole, I put it in a place that gave me a look at the green.
Not even close to enough.
Granted, that first putt was terrible, leading me to miss the second putt and end up with a
3-putt bogey.
To break 90, we got to be able to compartmentalize. We had a bad 3-putt there, but let's move on to the next hole. We focus on the smart decision and hit a nice easy fade into the fairway, short of that water hazard on the right. Next up, we're just aiming at the center of the green, and we end up with a really nice approach that gives us a look at birdie. And I didn't let that 3-putt on the first hole ruin my confidence.
Oh, let's go.
If your goal is to break 90, you're going to see shots like this.
Oh, what the? That was not a good swing, Matty.
Don't let it get into your head. Plan your next shot, make a smart decision, and get back into play so that you can play for bogey. After that terrible tee shot, I was able to hit a solid recovery shot, putting it close to the green for a 25-yard pitch, which I hit fat and left quite short of the green, but close enough to use that faithful old Texas wedge and put it close to the hole here.
Settle.
I've got a good look at bogey, and bogeys break 90. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to convert that 3-footer. No problem. Be like Ilsa. Let it go. Move on to this nice little shot.
Drop kick.
I left myself 300 into the green, turning this into a bogey hole.
That's a slinger.
I played a nice 3-wood, advancing the ball forward, and you'll never guess what's about to happen.
Oh, shit.
Another fat shot. Now we want to get it up and down to get our bogey. It's doable here. We got a nice uphill, long putt. Admittedly, we're making a lot more stakes than we would want to in order to break 90. Sometimes we hit good shots, and sometimes we do that. Another double bogey puts us at 4 over after 4. Still on bogey pace, still on track for that 90. Keeping a positive mindset is a huge part in reaching milestones in your golf game. So if you're trying to break 90 and you have a bad blow-up hole, don't let it get in your head. Move on to the next shot, next hole. You can see here, I get a good shot, get a good up, got it down for par.
No.
Now the trend for this front 9 was high highs and low lows, and this par 5 was the lowest of lows. I hit it into the water, which was just a foolish decision. The swing was fine. I just made a bad decision on my aim point and my club choice. And then I struck the ball poorly once, struck it poorly twice.
We are limping along, Matty boy.
Struck it poorly 3 times, straight into that tree, over to the other fairway. Pulled an approach shot left of the green. Now it's shot number 7 using the Texas wedge to get it onto the green. And took me 2 putts to get it in from about 12 feet. Quadruple bogey 9. And guess what? I still got to look at breaking 90. So we're harnessing our inner Elsa and we're letting it go. Move on to the next tee and hit a really solid tee shot down the right center of the fairway, leaving myself about 100 yards into the green. And I hit another fat shot.
Not very good.
And since I hit that shot fat,
oh shit,
I'll even things out by hitting it thin.
Thank goodness for soggy greens, huh?
Indeed. Although that soggy green is what caused me to leave this putt well short and ultimately lead to another 3-putt. Or double. Now here we have a 205-yard par 3.
That was ugly.
I got in my head and tried to smash the tee shot, hit another one fat, left it well short, about 65 yards. And I stuck this one in that marshy green, about 12 feet from the hole again. Had a look at par and didn't quite break enough. This hole is the perfect example of what breaking 90 typically looks like. You get on the green in one shot over regulation and you 2-putt for bogey. That's going to happen a lot when you're on the course to breaking 90. Finishing up the front 9, I knew the right side was a safer miss, and I cut a fade way out to the right here. Second shot was another garbage strike on the ball, which means once again I'm playing for bogey. Third shot, I just want to advance the ball past the trees, which I was able to do, setting up a good look at the green for this fourth shot, hopefully to set up a 2-putt bogey, but I bladed another shot, sent it over the green. Fat, thin, fat, thin. That's what I've been doing on these front 9. Loved that pitch. The wet grass slowed it down. Had a look at bogey and just missed to the right. Finished with another double bogey. Look at that front 9. Pause this video. Look at those scores. That's a lot of blow up holes. 13 over. But guess what? Golf's a streaky game. I still haven't given up hope on breaking 90. We start off the back 9 with a booming drive down the left center of the fairway, setting up a 9-iron approach. Now, I changed up my strategy on the back 9 to focus on playing longer irons and just getting good ball striking instead of swinging so hard at it. We got our green in regulation here.
Never enough.
Ended up hitting that well to the right, leaving about 10 feet for our par putt. Knocked it in.
Thanks.
That's how we like to start the back. Hole 11, we got a 194-yard par 3.
Stay left.
And opting to focus on a clean strike instead of smacking that ball as hard as I can. That set me up for this birdie putt.
I thought that was going left.
Easy tap in par on a 194-yard par 3. Yes, please. And once again on hole 12, our safe misses to the right, so we aim accordingly. We hit a little slice over there short of the sand, and we have a good look at an approach with our 50-degree here.
Sit.
Left it just short of the green, but we're okay. We're going to use that old faithful Texas wedge to nestle it up there close. Leaving ourselves about 3 feet for our par putt. 3 pars in a row on the back 9. Let's keep that going. And on this par 5, the safe miss is right.
Oh, no.
But unfortunately, I pulled this one out to the left. I thought it was OB, but ended up finding this one in the bushes, just barely in bounds. I was able to get a club on it, thinking it would just be a little punch out, but I got a lot more club on it than I anticipated. Sent it over the fairway, just about into more troubles, but I did give myself a clean look. After those first 2 shots, this becomes a bogey hole.
Oh, no.
We don't want to do anything crazy, just advance the ball, get a 2-putt bogey.
We got a 55-yarder. There's too much tree to try to go over it, so we just got to bump and run this sucker.
I take my 6-iron, just trying to punch it under this tree, and succeed in doing so. It does go a little long, but sets me up for another Texas wedge, hopefully 2-putt, the first from off the green.
What an excellent Texas wedge.
And leave myself with a 2-footer for bogey.
That was a scenic bogey.
Another key ingredient to breaking 90 is being self-aware. My driver's been wild today. There's trouble in the trees on both sides. I'm going to opt to play an iron and leave myself a little bit longer approach, which I play with my 9-iron. And that safe tee shot immediately paid off when I did this with my Texas wedge.
Oh, yeah!
Let's go. Now, speaking of an unreliable driver,
Oh, Slicey McGee, don't go water.
the slice took some distance off, plopped me in the water. Penalty. Forgot to record the 3rd shot. This is shot number 4, which I put on the green again for this standard 2-putt bogey that we've been talking a lot about today. Getting on the green in 1 over regulation and 2-putting for bogey, that gets you right on course for 90 or breaking 90. We'll take our bogey and move on.
That's not going to do it.
While opting on the longer clubs on the back 9 has helped me hit a little more consistently,
Oh, geez.
I'm still not immune to bladed tee shots and chunked pitches like you see me doing here. However, even doing that on a 208-yard par 3, I'm still setting myself up for this 2-putt bogey to stay on track. Now we have yet another hole with a safe bailout out to the right. So I make sure to play a fade off the tee, not worried if it gets away from me and slices a little bit, end up in the right middle of the fairway. Now, one important aspect of breaking 90 is not chasing flags. Just aim at the center of the green. Doing so actually ends up giving you a good look at birdie sometimes. Speaking of flags, this Flag and Anthem golf polo is the most comfortable golf shirt I've ever worn. Check out the link in the description if you want to try it out. Once again on the tee shot, we're hitting a big fade out to the right, but it's fairly open here.
No, get over that sand. Right in it.
And while I thought I had hit it pretty solid, I ended up well short of the green in that sand with a very difficult 55-yard bunker shot. Did not execute well, but was able to follow up with this beautiful 40-yarder to 18 inches, setting me up for a tap-in bogey. And while 88 is not a score that I really get excited about, I was proud of myself for finishing strong at only 3 over on the back nine and keeping my score respectable.